Alright, guys, it's about time. Today I'm just gonna talk about the progression in Lost Ark and maybe the state of the Lost Ark, and also why I'm not feeling more. I don't feel more motivated to keep playing the game. So, where do we start? Man, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with little bit on my MMO journey. So this is, let me bring this up. These are the games what I played before. So far, I think I've been playing MMO for more than 20 years. I started with Lineage 2, and after that, I got into WoW Classic, World of Warcraft, old school World of Warcraft. And at a certain point, I started to play Blade and Soul, and Blade and Soul it was amazing, man. Blade and Soul has the best combat I ever seen in the game. And still to this day, I think Blade and Soul has the best combat. The combo system, the way how you PvP and PvE, everything was perfect. And Guild Wars, I played Guild Wars 1 at a very competitive level. We were doing guild runs, guild vs guild. It was very interesting with the skill build and stuff. And then I moved back to WoW, and I think I left WoW at patch 8.15, if I'm correct. I don't remember perfectly, but around 8.1, the BFA patch. It was BFA 8.15. That's when I quit World of Warcraft. The reason for that was the RNG on the gear system. There were too many RNGs. It doesn't matter if you kill the Mythic Plus at a certain key level, you get the gear, but you still have to roll the stats. It's basically just the RNG. There's too many RNG on the gears. That's why I quit WoW. I went to Final Fantasy 14. And that was even before Asmongold went to Final Fantasy 14. It was even before the real pump. And I played Final Fantasy 14 for doing Shadowbringer and maybe just the first patch of Endwalker. So I did Final Fantasy 14, of course, the endgame raiding, Savage raids, and also I cleared the two ultimates, the T and ooh. And after that, Lost Ark came out. That's how I started my journey in Lost Ark. And the reason why I went to Lost Ark is literally just combat. It's new, and the combat looks really good. And not just the look, feels good as well. So that's my journey in MMO. But now, today, not just today, it's been a while. I really feel like I need to drop the game. At least play way less or just not playing at all. I just don't feel motivated to keep going in Lost Ark. Not because I cannot catch up. I mean, my gear is already 1641. I'm pretty much ready for the next few raids. And also, I have pretty much my character is done. I don't have to do anything at all. I can just literally sit here for the next 3-4 months and still doing all the new raids if I want to. But what makes it really annoying for me is is not the grind. It's not the combat. The Lost Ark combat is still really good. You just feel good when you play your class. Everything feels perfect, and I don't even mind grinding. Like grinding Chaos Dungeon, Guardian Raid is whatever. Grinding on your 6 alts, 6 characters, farm gold to progress is totally fine for me. I've been grinding this game for more than 2 years. Right now I have 8.6k hours in this game. I mean, my roster is pretty much done. Everything's 1610. I have a 1641, another 1620, and I just park it there. But the real reason is the progression system in this game. And the other reason I don't like play Lost Ark. It's not I don't like play Lost Ark. The other reason I really feel like Lost Ark is does not pick up my interest anymore is lack of discovery. And the reason, what does it mean? Lack of discovery. Whenever there's a raid coming out, every time we get something new, but it's already not new anymore. It's like this Pebeka's trying to go for world first race on TMI. Dude, that raid is already 7 months old. Of course, the first group gonna be 8 players with full Korean names, jumping in, jumping out. It's just another day of raid clear. What are you even competing for, right? But that's yeah. I mean, the thing with this game, every time we get something new, I really wish there's a chance for us to blind prog. Just shut the fuck up about what's gonna happen in the new raid. Don't give us guides. Let everybody actually learn and enjoy the game, even though it costs you a lot of vibes. It doesn't matter. It's part of progression. The finish of a raid is not the reward. The reward is from you start doing a raid until you finally finish it. The journey for you and your friends play together, learning things together, and eventually kill the boss. The whole journey as a whole package, that's the reward of doing something new together. And it's not just go in, go out, copy paste. Somebody said you have to do this, you have to do that. That's how it works. Just watch it 100 times until you memorize it, and then do it. And I really miss in Final Fantasy when we the time we usually just do blind proc. Every time there's a new raid tier, we just go in do blind proc. You will wipe on everything, but we're having a good time. And the moment we cleared it, especially with the ultimates or just week 1 proc group, you know, week 1 blind progging, because in Final Fantasy there's no other choice than blind progging. You have to blind proc. Because raids start at the same time worldwide for NA, for EU, for Japan, for every server. It's exactly the same time. And if you really wanna go racing, you wanna compete, you have to blind prog on week 1. And it's like an unspoken rule in Final Fantasy. Nobody posts any shit on week 1. They don't, even the people that cleared it, they will not post their re-clear. They will not post their video about how they cleared the raid. They will wait until the second week. So second week you will see, they did this, they did that. But on the first week when you proc something, everybody's doing the blind. It's not just a test of skill. You press your buttons, how quick you are. No. It's also a test of your mental ability. How quick as a group you can solve a mechanic together. And you will have a lot of discussion together with your group. You will have a lot of discussion. Let's try this, let's try that. Oh, this thing doesn't work, that thing doesn't work. But eventually, the whole journey is such a memorable experience. And that's something with Lost Ark you will never get. Every time we get something, it's already been mapped out. And that's also the other reason I don't like the game. I don't like doing the raids. It's like every time there's a new raid coming out, from day 1 it's already a re-clear. All you have to do is get familiar with the mechanic, but you don't have to discover anything new, because everything is already mapped out. I tried to make a blind group during, I think it was during Akan, in Discord. I tried to do it in Discord, and in the end there's only 2 people that sign up. They actually want to do the blind proc. Nobody else, because we are so spoiled with everything has been laid out for us. Everything has been mapped out. You just watch your guides, you die a few times until you get hang of it, and then you kill the boss. Everything has to be killed in week 1. Everything has to be killed quick and easy. We have to gatekeep people, and yada yada yada. So that's the other reason I don't enjoy Lost Ark. I feel like I'm really missing something. So if I bring up what we have been through from the beginning of the game until now. We started with Argos, that's a legendary gear. But you get your legendary gear as long as you clear Argos, and eventually everybody is full legendary. It's a guaranteed increase on damage, guaranteed loot, guaranteed progression. After Argos, we get Photon Vegas, so we go from legendary to relic. The first time we can actually make 5x3 build instead of 4x3 during Argos. So it's also a guaranteed upgrade with Photon Vegas. Of course, it's time gated. I think back then we need to clear Photon Vegas like 3 weeks, something like that. We start with Photon, then Vegas. Around 3 weeks, you get full base. You can upgrade your gears. Actually, not upgrade, but transfer your gears to from legendary to relic. And after Vicus, we get another system in the game that's bracelets. That's the thing. And I think until this day, today, people are still cutting bracelet. And that's the first RNG gear progression we had in the game, like real RNG. But it only costs silver. So silver is required to roll the bracelet. And before a few patches ago, we couldn't even transfer our bracelet from one character to another, but now we can transfer it. So nobody is complaining about this or anything like that. And after that, we get Clown. Clown is when we get our gear upgrade from level 1 to level 2, which is also guaranteed. I think it was 7 or 8 weeks, maybe shorter. If I remember correctly, it was around 7 to 8 weeks. But I'm not 100% confident. Maybe it was shorter. But anyway, with Clown, you get your gear to level 2, and it's a guaranteed upgrade. It just takes time. It's time gated, fine, but eventually you get it. After Clown, we get Brashaza. So we went from relic gears to ancient gears. So for the first time, we can make 5x3 plus 1. That's why everything before this, I never really care about making the best builds, getting the best quality gears. It doesn't even matter to me. And nobody cares. You just make sure you can get into party and you do the raid, you get your gold, you get your upgrade, everything's fine. But from Brishata, we start to getting 5x3 plus 1. That's the moment you actually can start building your character, going for the end game character build, and slowly upgrade your gear quality. But there's a transfer from relic to ancient is also guaranteed. Just takes time to finish your raid. And after Brishaza, we get Kayango. Kayango, I think back then was 4 gates, right? I think it was 4 gate. They removed 1 gate. With Kayango, we can get our gear instead of +2. Now the gear becomes +3. So if I just put it this, legendary, relic, level 1, and we get to relic, level 2, and with Brishasa we get ancient gears, and now we get relic +3. So until the day of Kayango, we don't have any RNG on gear progression, except the bracelet, of course, but on the gear itself, you just get to level 3 eventually. And after Brishas, after Kayango, we get Akam. Now you basically replace its gear transfer. Let's say soft reset. I think that's better. Soft reset. So you transfer your Bershada gear into account gear. So you get your honing power buff, and you transfer the gear. Eventually, you have full set. Everything's fine. Everybody's happy. Just take some time. Eventually, everybody gets it. Gets full account gear. It starts with 1580, I think. After account, we get Ivory Tower. That's when they start to doing some weird shit. Now we get Elixir. What does Elixir do? It's time gated. Let me do this. Time gated plus RNG plus no finishing. Inside. So that's every tower. You get your elixir, sure. The first few weeks, if you're talking, you know, the box goes to support. It's whatever. You're already happy to have a support prod the gate, or just do the rig clear. And once you get your elixir, you're gonna cut it. It's totally RNG based. And you know, you want to get your 40 set as soon as possible, and so you can get your power boost. Even though it's been said it's a really cheap power upgrade, but it's RNG, and it's a lot of RNG. The problem I have with Elixir, that was the moment I feel like I'm not excited anymore to play the game. Because until this point, everything before, it's only time gated. As long as you play the game, you can finish something. You can actually feel the sense of finish, the sense of achievement. You get something done. You don't have to think about it anymore. But Elixir, it costs you time. It costs you gold. You have to cut with gold. And it's RNG based. And why there's no finish line inside, some people might say, man, just get 40 sets, you're done. You don't have to cut anything anymore, man. That's not true. Because if you're an endgame raider and you want to optimize your character, you want everything at 5-5. And everything before every tower is guaranteed to upgrade. There's no RNG involved. But from this moment, the every tower, it starts to doing this RNG bullshit from Smelgate. And I'm telling you, the chance for someone to get every piece 5-5 with max stats, let's say from the headpiece, your set bonus, 5 attack power, your shoulder, boss damage, attack power, your chest strings, attack power, your leg crit damage or crit chance, attack power, and your feet, right? Everything 5-5. I don't see that I can get 5-5 on every piece anytime soon, even though I've been doing every tower since week 1. And the chance of you getting it eventually is probably 0.00001%. It's a never-ending progression of wasting your gold. It's literally never-ending progression. And this thing, you're gonna do this maybe the next 3-4 years. Now, after every tower, what do we get? We get this TMI. So what does TMI give? It gives you another system transcendence. So what does it even do? Well, it's another time gated system plus RNG, because you have to use the calculator. You don't know which card you get. You're gonna cut it with cards. Let's just say we cut it. We play the mini game. And this thing has a finishing line. Eventually, you will have it finished. Eventually. But how long does it take? Well, it depends on your RNG. I mean, if you are really lucky with the calculator and you hit your line in 6 tiles every time, sure, you will finish really quick. And people are saying, well, there is, if it's transcendent, there's a pity system, right? True, there is pity system. But what does pity system do for you? It only removes certain tiles. They will respawn more tiles on the board. Well, in my opinion, that's not the same pity as holding a weapon or an armor piece. Because when you say pity, I will expect it's a guaranteed done. This turn, I will finish it because it's called a pity, right? But it's not. You still have to play the mini game. You still have to deal with this RNG BS. And once you've done it, you have to hope you are very lucky to have all your 3 stars. And this time-gated thing will take you a very long time. It depends if you have done gate 4 or not. I haven't finished gate 4 yet. I'm still progging with my group. And right now we're just doing 1, 2, 3 reclear, and sometime during the weekend on Monday or Tuesday we will do some gate 4 prog. It's fine. But this system is not just time gate, it also costs you time to even cut it. The same with Elixir. But with Elixir, sometimes you don't have to think, right? You just do it. You just press it. It's whatever. It takes time. Fine. It costs you a lot of gold. Fine. But there's no finish line inside. Maybe the next 2 years, you still will not get your beast set. I don't like it. And I've seen the forums, a lot of people complaining about this. I'm like, well, dude, to be fair, this is actually not the first time they are doing it. It's also started with bracelet, but nobody complaining about a bracelet. It only costs silver, man. As long as you do your chaos dungeon, nobody give a shit. It only costs silver. You can send your bracelet to your main. Just let it cut as many as you want. I'm gonna ask you, have you ever seen anybody until the day today with 5-line elixir that has the best damage set? The same with elixir. The bracelet and elixir are pretty much the same. These 2 things will stay in this game forever. You will be doing these 2 shit together forever. Maybe the next 3, 4 years. And you're still cutting it because you're still missing 1 point on something. Or maybe 2 points on something else. Now looking forward, let's look into the future. What are we gonna get? We got Akina. 1640 new content. Akina Hearts. Everybody's telling you it's gonna be easy to home. It's an easier time. We are getting good time now. So what does it give, Akina? It gives you, I think something called advanced honing. So what does advanced honing do? It basically just tells you every time you click on the button to home, you get something. That's basically what it is. So there's no click on it, nothing happens, right? So that makes it cheaper if we have to believe what KR people are saying. It makes it cheaper to get 20 item levels. Well, that's very nice. Thank you, Smelgate. But why the F can't you remove the old honing system if we are already getting a new one? Why is this advanced honing? It's not a replacement, but on top of exist honing system. It's not a replacement, but it's on top of that. So what are you gonna do? Are you only gonna do the advanced honing? Eventually you'll finish it, right? So what end up happening is you still have to hone your shitty gear with 1% and maybe 0.5% chance if you go from 23 to 24 or 24 to 25. This thing does not replace what we already have. But it's fine, it gives you item level 4 cheaper. But it does not remove anything. You are still dealing with a shitty honing system. Because the last soft reset we get was account. After account, there's never even a single soft reset anymore. Why is that? Because the KR people already have their 25 weapon or armor, whatever the shit they have. And Smelga is like, oh my god, they already spent so much money. We cannot reset this, man. We're gonna fuck people up. The player will not like it. There's no more soft reset. So we just add things up. We get a Akina. And after Akina, we will get Bahamut. I don't know if this is how you written the name of the new raid in KR, but it's basically a dragon. So what does this do? It brings you back to the lovely transcendence. Now you're gonna do the RNG again, but this time with your weapon. And everybody knows when you hone your weapon, it's the most expensive thing you can do in the game. It's always the most expensive one. That's why when we hone our weapon, we use juicers. Without juicers, it's actually pointless to waste your gold on your weapon. It gets you to PD so much quicker, right? So look at this. From this moment, when I was cutting elixir, when we were doing the every tower, I was in a group. I had actually two groups, and me and the other guy, man, at least for me, every time when I see the elixir, I don't even want it. Just someone else take it. I don't even cut this shit. This RNG removed the enjoyment for me to keep grinding in this game. Because I don't see the finish line inside. There's no finish line. You can never finish this shit. And it's also, the RNG just killed the game for me. And it's the same reason why I left WoW during BFA. It was just the RNG that I feel like the amount of time I spent in this game, it's just not worth it anymore. It doesn't even matter. Because you are dealing with an RNG that has probably 0.0001% chance before you actually can get out this jail. I call this a jail. And Transcendence is just another system on top of that. And then we are getting another system on top of that. I mean, some people are really looking forward to this. I'm happy for you, but not for me. And you think it's bad enough? No, 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 no. We are getting another Transcendence again, man. Because apparently in KR, people are very happy with it. If not, why are we getting this back again? I might be wrong, Mr. Bahamut. And but that's basically the state of Lost Ark right now. Again, I think the game is still good. The certain aspect of the game is really good. I really enjoy the combat in this game. Everything plays well. It feels good. And you have a good uptime, you learn the boss pattern, you know how to dodge and stuff. You just keep pumping damage non-stop. And it feels really, really rewarding. The raid design is fine, even though the TMI Gate 1 is kind of trash. But overall, I really enjoy raid in this game, and especially with people you know of, right? You play with friends, you are just laughing together in the voice chat and doing your thing and having fun, having a good time in raid. And but those are literally, I feel like those are the only things that still keep me in the game. But this progression system we are having right now, from this moment, It just make me feel like shit. It's like, okay, time gate, I'm eating your shit. RNG, okay, I will eat your shit again. Oh, there's no way to finish it. I'm probably gonna eat the shit next 2 years from Smelgate. I'm just keep eating shit. And it's not just me. I think a lot of players feel the same way. And now we are getting another shit. Transcendence. Let's just all eat the shit together 3 more times with this. And then we get Akina. Okay, but why can't we use Akina system to replace the thing we already have? Why do we have to get this on top of the shitty honing system we already have? If you already design a better one, just replace it. Why is it so hard? And if you think that's not enough, okay, let's just eat shit all over again. But this time, with the most expensive part of your armor, let's do it on your weapon. Have fun, boys. Enjoy. I don't know what happened with Smelgate from this moment. I don't know what the reason is they developed such a shitty system. But to be fair, I don't even care what the reason is. I don't give a shit about them. What I care is if you design a good shit game, people will leave. If you make a good game, people will stay and more people will come. And I'm not even talking about the gatekeeping stuff. That thing doesn't even matter to me. That's not even the worst part in this game. And for some people, it is the worst part. I'm telling you, if you play MMO, you need friends. You're gonna find people to play with. If you're pucking, why not just play solo player game? That's all I can say. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching.